Greetings everyone, welcome to another video in this YouTube channel. Today we have really good news. We are going to see how to upgrade to the latest Veeam version 12.1. Currently you can see that I'm just going to take a look, opening my Veeam, take a look of what's the version. I have 12.0. So we can now just upgrade from version 12.0 and 11, 11a. Let's open the ISO that we can find on the my.veeam.com or in the normal downloads page, right, from Veeam. Version 12.1, click upgrade. I'm going to upgrade the Veeam server, and then automatically it's going to upgrade the Veeam client on the background. Okay, let's click here that we accept. This is the version, the source version and the target. So that's very nice, 12.1. And then here we can either sign in with Veeam, that's new, and then it will retrieve our license, or we can load our current license, which I just did, and then click next. So then let's use a service account over here for the services. So that's perfectly fine. I'm just using work group, as you have seen. I'm not having Veeam into inside a domain. And now let's click here. Next is just an upgrade, right, for our current database, and then connect to the SQL using Windows authentication. This might vary in the case that you have other settings. I have accelerated this process of the upgrade. It didn't took that long in real life, just around 5 minutes, more or less, 8 minutes to upgrade. But in this case, I just prefer it to accelerate it, so we are not waiting for the upgrade all of those minutes, right? So okay. There are a lot of new stuff over here. So let's see, successfully upgraded. As I've said, I just accelerated the process quite a bit. Let's click finish. And now let's try to open either the client or the web client. Both options are okay. Let's try to with the Windows client. It has been upgraded to version 12.1, the client anyways, but it doesn't say. Over here, if you pay attention to the video, you will see that the Veeam client icon disappears and then it appears again. That is because it has been uninstalled the old version and then installed this new version 12.1 Veeam client. So let's wait a few more seconds until it opens. There you go. And now I think we can go to help once again, help about, and let's take a look. 12.1, so we are in the correct version of the Veeam server. That's very nice. The upgrade has been a success. As per usual, just make sure you have a snapshot or backup of the server and so on. Lots of new options here, but I think it will be much better if we just go to the web client and we take a look into this, into the what's new from the Veeam web client point of view. Okay, so this is a nice wizard we can follow. So Veeam Threat Center, it's the first new functionality, enterprise ready alarm lifecycle with ServiceNow and Syslog, and finally security and compliance check. Let's click finish and let's explore more a bit about this, right? So you can see this is the new home for Veeam. So there's no more landing into dashboards and then you need to start doing things on dashboards, looking for the dashboard you like, etc., etc. That has changed with Veeam version 12.1, and the first image, the first point, the first step that you see once you log in into Veeam, it's this Veeam Threat Center. The Veeam Threat Center, it's aimed to give you a comprehensive overview across all of your platform, the backup platform, the status. So let's take a look into the data platform scorecard, for example. That it's providing to us scores, like a global score for the where you can see the seal, and that shield is based on the other mini widgets that are on the right. So platform security compliance, that is about best practices and security as well. That includes VBR version 12.1 as well. Then we have the data recovery health. That's from the new malware technologies that VBR version 12.1 does include. As you can see, I need to upgrade my backup server in order to have some score over there. And then data protection status, that is a very nice overview across my whole environment, what's protected versus what's not. And then finally, the backup immutability status, exactly the same, what it's protected and it's immutable and what isn't it. I have a good score over there overall, but the data protection status, it could be better, to be honest. Then we have the malware detections widget, which is a very nice world map where you are going to see the points that are infected and where those backup restore points are, because they might be in AWS, they might be in Azure, in another region, they might be in another data center, in another city, and so on and so forth. So that is a very interesting map, which you should see everything in green, to be honest. Then you have the RPO anomalies. That is a very nice widget where you can see VMs that you are expecting to have backup, but actually they are not having a backup. As you can see over there, I have some of them that they are 10 months old, and some other even have been protected a year ago. So these RPO anomalies, they need to be fixed most likely. And then finally, the SLA compliance overview. That is a very nice map across the status per day, backup sessions that it have been happening per day. And then you are going to see how many of them they were success versus how many they were fail. And that is a score per day, so I think by default is 90%. So I have been failing the 90% quite a lot of days, but not on some of them that it has been green overall. So, but you can see the overall status over there. Like I had around 1,743 sessions, meaning VMs or objects or anything trying to do backup over the last 30 days, and then succeeded, it has been 1,250, and then failed, it has been 493. Nevertheless, this is a very nice widget to give you a comprehensive view per day, per sessions, across all of your different job types, right? VMs, cloud, and so many other agents, agents, clouds as well, and file share and structured data, and so on and so forth. So this pretty much it has everything that I wanted to discuss about the Veeam Threat Center. Very nice feature. As I'm saying, very nice landing page. So you might not have even much experience on Veeam, but if you land in this threat center directly from Veeam 1, you should see everything within a quick overview. You don't need to know much. Everything is already there. So let's move forward to the next item, perhaps, right? So the next item that we can discuss, if you like, it is if we go to the server settings inside the Veeam 1 client. New stuff is the ServiceNow integration, right? If you have ServiceNow, this is the place where you're going to configure it, or enable Syslog. On my lab, and it's most commonly that you will have something. I have Loki, or again, you can have any other Syslog systems out there. So now you can forward the alarms that you want to directly to your Syslogs, right? So for example, you just need to configure very simple Syslog server, the facility, and then I'm going to enable all of these Syslog audit events. You can configure alarms later on. You need to configure alarms pointing to the Syslog if you want to send them to the Syslog. But anyways, I'll show you just about that audit, right? So let me log in into my Grafana over here. And then on Grafana, I have this, I go to explore, and then I change the data source to my Loki, which is the log system. I'm using it here, the Syslog. And if I go by host or host name, and I go and select the Veeam1, there you go, and I run the query, you can see that I have already a few items, even if I reduce the scope a bit. I have already items over here that have been happening, like opening the Veeam, opening the Veeam DCCS.exe, and then what else is happening here? Suspicious incremental backup size. Some SNMP traps have been sending over here, so that's good. That stuff that is useful is already working. Veeam1 sending things to my Syslog, but let's move a step further. Let's try to see something very critical, like, for example, logins anomalies, right? Things that they've been failing. For example, I go to the Veeam1 client and I put an incorrect username and password. So let's try that. Let's close this console. Let's go and open the Veeam1 client over here, and then let's try some random username and some random password over here. I don't want to make it very complex. I just wanted to prove to you that any alarm from the audit or any other alarm from Veeam1, that, by the way, you need to go and configure the specific alarm to trigger Syslog. Let's go here and, okay, yeah, let's log in normally. And then let's go into our Syslog. This, of course, the Syslog is going to enable us kind of a decouple between one thing is the backup system, and the other thing can be that Syslog that is managed by security team, by operation teams, and so on and so forth, right? So let's take a look. Let's take a look into, okay, I'm inside my Veeam1 client. Let's now go back to the Syslog so we can take a look of what happened there into the Syslog, if those alarms have reached the Syslog, meaning the fail auth, and actually as well the good auth, the expected authentication that it happened with my Veeam1 administrator that I'm on this console. Okay, let me go back to my Loki. And if I go back to Loki and I run the query once again, hey, there you go. I have a few errors. So the color is quite simple that you will see over there. That is the audit try record logon info. Test user is telling you even from the IP address. I'm just trying it from the server itself. So you can always filter by audit, for example, and then you will see this very, very clearly. And this is going to happen with absolutely all of the alarms from Veeam1 that you want to send to Syslog. So there's so many other features included in Veeam1 12.1 or in Veeam Data Platform 12.1, but for the moment, I will leave it there because this was more a quick video about the upgrade process and super quick overview of the what's new, more focusing on the threat center and the enhanced alarm lifecycle, right? The Syslog. But in future videos, we are going to take a look into ServiceNow, and we're going to take a look into, for example, the new reports that they are more tied with Veeam Backup and Replication version 12.1. But for now, I will leave it there. I think we have enough right now. I encourage you to give it a try, upgrade first your dev systems or your staging systems if you have some Veeam1s over there. And if not, well, as per usual, just make sure you do backups of your Veeam1 snapshots and then give it a try, give it an upgrade, because this is not a really breaking release. It's just a minor release, right? 12.1. So I encourage you to download and give it a try, and of course give feedback of what's your favorite feature for now. Mine is 100% the threat center, but okay, I'll leave it there. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in future videos. Thanks. Bye.